everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Living with Spice. This is Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm so glad that you are here to join me, and if you haven't visited my YouTube channel before, a very warm welcome to you. We are at the start of a brand new year and a brand new decade, and it's very exciting. I know many of you have spent the last 6 months to perhaps even the last few years doing a lot of inner work and going through a lot of challenges for growth and new opportunities, and particularly at the end of 2019, seeing the close of a rather significant cycle and phase in your life. So a lot of people would have been finishing up perhaps jobs that were no longer of interest to them anymore, perhaps moving home, reorganizing finances, reviewing relationships and working out whether they are the relationships that are important to them going forward or not, doing a lot of clearing up, clearing out, and along the way having a lot of important personal and soul growth lessons. They are tough times, and I'm sure many of you finished the year feeling quite tired and weary, and perhaps you've been in a space during this holiday season for resting and recuperating. And I sure hope that you allowing yourself, you're giving yourself that time to do exactly that, and guilt-free. I know leading up to Christmas and end of the year, it was very, very intense for many people, and often the festive season can bring along a lot of stresses and strains with family members and dynamics and different financial pressures and expectations, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a challenge to get through that period of time. But well done all of you, and I hope that this message greets you on the positive side of all of your festivities, and that you are of course resting and looking forward to a brand new year and new decade. And I have to say, I do have a sense that the energy is going to be quite positive and uplifting. And the year, as we step into the year, we're going to feel a real sense of ticking goals and achieving all of those things that we have been really working towards. Dreams, projects, new relationships. And this time, whilst there'll be still effort required, it's all going to go in a very positive direction, and for many of you, you are going to achieve way more than you expect you are. So strap yourself in for a really exciting year, an intense, positive, abundant year. So we're going to start off today, as usual. I love to do a general card reading. And so we're going to do that today for the month of January. And if you would like to have a personal reading for your personal circumstances, I really encourage you to contact me. I'll be very happy to do that for you as well. All right, we're going to start off with the tarot deck, and I'm going to reposition the camera today so that you can see the cards. So these cards have been pre-shuffled. We ask you, Spirit, to give us 4 cards to help us set the theme for January 2020 for the general collective. What can we expect in January, please, for 2020? The month of January. Okay, not a few too many there. Just want to have one more card to get us going for the month of January. Ace of Wands, fantastic. Wow, these are all major arcana cards. Quite intense energy, as I expected, my goodness me. So we're starting off with the Ace of Wands, which tells me really incredible new beginnings. We're starting off with a bang here. New beginnings with the Ace, and very passionate. So for many of you, this is about really feeling in tune with your energy and your dreams and your goals. This is a great way to start for January, the beginning of the year. So you are feeling quite on point and quite clear, believe it or not. And after you've gotten past this initial phase of resting and recuperating from 2019, you're going to feel a sense of inspired energy and feeling passionate about what you really want to achieve in 2020. So you're no longer looking behind and what has been. You are very much looking forward. And we need, because it's a general reading, we can interpret this to be wherever you're most focused on in terms of what you want to achieve for 2020. So there's a lot of positivity, a lot of incredible manifesting energy, as we can see with the sun here, and a real sense of personal leadership, which I take from the stag here, and lots of new things that are going to start. So you've got all of these new leaves here, and this wand is like really purposeful. There's a lot of intense energy and very directed focus. So this is how you're starting the year, and you are looking at how you might be able to achieve these goals, what potential obstacles may be in your pathway. So you're looking at it from a very objective point of view. And you have been giving yourself a little bit of time to reflect on this, but you're really looking forward, looking with purpose, and looking quite objectively about what is required for you to achieve what you want to achieve this year. So very powerful energy and a real sense of inner strength, determination. And, the sun lets us know this is going to happen, that you're a winner. And you're going to have victory going forward this year. Now we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Prince of Swords. It's really powerful personality types here. And so let me just get a sense of how this is going to play out for all of you. You certainly are going to be dealing with a lot of people that are going to have an impact and influence on your journey in January. So there may be a lot of conversations that are being had. For some of you, it may involve, interviews, job interviews, important conversations with connectors and people who are going to be able to assist you on your path and assist you with the goals that you have in mind. So this is very much a collaborative effort that's happening. You are not riding this journey on your own. And there is intense energy here in that you are very, very determined to get things done. And there are going to be people that you're seeking guidance from, people who are there to assist you. So we start out with the Queen of Swords, and she is, she's known for her wisdom and her ability to reflect and communicate. So I'm getting a sense that these cards, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands, are people who are entering into your life to assist you. So the Queen of Swords is very articulate, very straightforward, sometimes a little bit harsh with her tongue, but she means well. She's just very direct. So you're going to find that, there's a feminine energy that is going to provide you some very strong advice, wise advice, very clear advice. She's very certain about the message that she wants to share with you. So I've got a sense, however, that for this particular reading, this person that comes into your life is giving you a few home truths and saying it without sparing. There's no warm fuzzies around this message that's coming to you. And perhaps this is needed. This is perhaps a way for you to sort of smarten up and get cracking without any sense of illusions for you going forward. So, whether this be a friend or a foe, the message is going to be delivered to you very directly and very clearly. So there'll be no doubt about where you stand with this particular person. And, depending on how you choose to receive the message, the purpose of it is to help you see things clearly and to perhaps reflect on past actions and future actions. So this is going to help you to know where you stand, how you need to position yourself going forward. Sometimes when we get delivered strong messages directed towards us, it may not necessarily feel comfortable to receive that message, but it certainly will help us to get some clarity where we need to kind of wake up, where we've been a little bit sleepy or having a few illusions or delusions about our situation. It's kind of like a real wake-up call. So take that on the chin as best you can and use it in a positive way to help you, cut the nonsense and the BS and really get clear about, right, this is what I need to do. I've just been given a bit of a slap, but that's a helpful one. And now I know where I stand with this particular person. So, as I said, take it on the chin and use it in a positive way for you. The next person is another feminine energy who is stepping into the picture to be just as strong and just as clear, but there's a lot more passion here and a lot more emotional empathy and connection. This particular Queen of Wands is very very caring, very compassionate, and has the ability to have a lot of physical and mental emotional strength, but comes from a place of compassion and will also share her wisdom with you. But she comes with a different purpose. Rather than to, deliver a harsh message that could feel like it's cutting you down, the Queen of Wands is actually there to support you. She's there to say, right, we're going to do this together. We're going to walk the path, walk the journey together. This is how I see it, and provide that beautiful wisdom from a real strong standpoint, like a partner, like a friend, like a soulmate. And she's there for the long haul. She's there for, well, I don't think we need to call it a battle, but she's there to do the do with you. And so I get a sense that perhaps this is partner energy, partner in business, personal relationship, soulmate, friend, whatever. She's there standing by your side to give you clear guidance. But there's also a sense of love and passion and compassion and friendship. So it's a walking with you kind of energy that's very supportive. And, perhaps this is your lucky break as you go into 2020. She's your advocate, whereas this Queen of Swords is not. This Queen of Swords is very much standing in her own energy and her own power, and really doesn't care too much about how you feel, but she's going to deliver a very strong message to you. Whereas the Queen of Wands is about providing you the support because her purpose is to assist you in your journey and support you in your journey. So, yes, with beautiful strength and, someone to look out for who's going to support you in your journey this year. And then we have the male energy of the King of Wands. This is also a significant male figure with the same intention as the Queen of Wands. So this, take it or leave it. These two people, depending on your situation, they seem to me like the two partners for 2020, where you may be working in business together or you may be entering into a passionate relationship together, both being King and Queen of Wands, which is a very passionate energy. There's a lot of strength here, a lot of very much purpose. There is a purpose and a mission to achieve, and again, there's this very supportive energy and very full of intent that this King of Wands is here to guide you. So, this person could be a mentor. This person is possibly an entrepreneur, leader of a business or organisation. someone with a leadership role. So, this could be you or someone who's entering into your life to provide you that professional guidance, but also to be your backup, your support, your wingman energy. So depending upon your circumstances, again, a very supportive energy there to help grow you, support you, but there's a masculine energy around this, and this is very much a mentor energy, whereas the Queen of Wands is support, compassion, wisdom, and of course strength as well. Both of them are, very strong in themselves and there to support you. So, if we looked at this situation from a romantic point of view, these two are quite likely going to become partners together in a romantic relationship. If we look at it from a business point of view, there's definitely the feel of business support, professional development, mentorship, along with you on the journey to support you in your new career, new endeavours, new projects, perhaps new business. So, yes, and the King of Wands is going to support you in your business objectives and in your mission. He has a lot of experience here and he's ready to share that with you. And there is a kindness, even though there's a lot of intensity with the King of Wands, there is a kindness here with the King of Wands. He wants you to succeed and he wants to see you grow in the right way. So he will definitely share with you tips on how to grow your business, how to assist you professionally, clear the pathway for you, share some very important business tips with you, help you to grow as a leader, and sort of back you. So objective energy, but also caring with the intent to want to assist you in your journey. We have the Prince of Swords. Definitely there is sort of very fast energy coming in to give you some communication about an opportunity. So there is a sense that you are going to receive communication rather quickly in the month of January. So given that, again, it's a general reading, if we look at it from a business point of view, a job offer is going to come in rather quickly, and so you best be prepared. So, the energy of January is pretty fast and furious, to be honest. Once we get going, the first or second week of January onwards, it's going to be pretty full on for many of you. And I feel it's kind of, we have this information up front, so let's be prepared for that. Let's be prepared for the new year to get started pretty quickly. So it will be a full-on start to the year, straight into back into work, back into the business, kicking off strongly, confidently, with the intent that you're going to achieve your goals. So it's important to be clear about where you're headed and where you're going and what your goals are and what you want to achieve. So, if you're a smart person, you might just spend a little bit of time in your moment of reflection at the moment to prepare yourself mentally, to rest up and to get yourself ready, to outline where you want to be going so that you're ready for when this opportunity comes in to hit the ground running. For others of you, it may be unexpected communication from someone in your life, perhaps from a male energy. And, it could be from someone that you're waiting and expecting to hear from, who's going to deliver a message to you. Now, you may or may not resonate with the message that comes to you, but I do get a sense that you're kind of expecting it. So again, there is a sense that you need to be a little bit prepared in yourself as to where you stand, what your thoughts are and your feelings are, what your values are, so that you feel prepared when it comes time to respond to the message. And whether it's you seeking to connect with other people or expecting to have certain conversations with people in the month of January, again, it's about being very clear on where you stand, where you want to place your energy, and managing your pace, your timing, because sometimes people will be quite intent on delivering a message or requesting something of you in their timing, and it's urgent for that person. But this is always a really good reminder that it's important for us to manage our own time and our own energy so that we can respond in the best possible way. And we don't have to respond instantaneously, but it's more about, are you responding in the way that's best for you? So wow, powerful energy starting off for the month of January. So as I said, strap in and get ready. That's what I said at the beginning of the reading. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so we're going to pull a few cards from the Angel Tarot deck. So we thank you, Spirit, for the messages, and we ask you to give some cards to, I'll just drop one on the floor, to clarify the message here. Oh, we've got the High Priestess there. And 2 more cards, please. Okay, I'm going to take those. We've got 4 cards there. That's okay. Wow, we've pretty much got very similar energy coming out here. So the High Priestess. The High Priestess represents, very strong feminine goddess energy and wisdom here, and sort of the importance of for us to tap into our intuition when making decisions for the year ahead and in January. So as things are coming towards us, these communications and opportunities, it is important to just pause a moment to reflect on the message and our response. And, instead of just only coming from an objective logic brain perspective, it's really important to balance our response with our intuition, and just to have a moment to tap into what our higher self is guiding us to do, what sits right with us, what are our values, is the situation matching what our values are and what our intentions are. So it's important to consider the situation before you respond. So that's the guidance around the High Priestess. And then we have the King of Air, which is like the King of Swords, which is all about strong communication. And the guidance around this card is for you to step up and be confident and to use your voice, to be very clear about what it is that you want. And you can start by articulating it for yourself, and sometimes even in this planning stages of January, you can take some time out to write down a few things on a piece of paper as to what it is that you want to achieve this year, so that when you go to articulate yourself, you are very clear about what it is that you want. And if that means you need to go get some professional advice, careers counsellor, mentor, then the guidance is for you to go do that. That would be a wise thing to do. And so, again, like the High Priestess is guiding us, is balance your response and your ability to reflect between the mental and the emotional considerations that you need to have around the situation. How does it make you feel? And what are the pros and the cons, the advantages and disadvantages of the situation? Is it going to lead to the outcome that you're hoping for? What's the likelihood around that? What are the potential risks? What are the gains? So it's asking you to be clear about it, balanced, and if necessary, seek guidance so that you can get some clarity and confidence around the situation. So that's, again, good preparation energy. We have the Queen of Air, which is the same as the Queen of Swords, all about communication. So it seems to me there's a lot of decision making that's coming up for the month of January. And if any of you follow any of my blogs, you'll see that I've recently posted blogs on, how to make good choices and how to make good decisions. So in January, it will be a month of making important objective decisions. So again, in this time of preparation and reflection, it's really important to now clear away any outstanding, lingering energy from 2019, things that are no longer serving you. You really do need to let all of those things go if you'd like to go into 2020 with a clear slate and starting this fresh new cycle and phase in your life. So be very clear about what it is that you want to take with you into 2020 and what you want to leave behind and what is no longer serving you. So again, it's important to go within and tap into your inner self and what's important to you, what your values are. And if things have been kind of stuck with you for a while and have not made you feel good or hampered your progress in any way, now is the time to reevaluate those situations, jobs, relationships, family, whatever it is. Reevaluate very clearly and be sure that whatever decisions you make match your values and are going in the same direction to support your goals for 2020. So this is really about stepping up and making important, mature decisions for yourself and trusting in your inner guidance and trusting in the experiences that you've had have taught you a lot of things. So let's remember what you have learnt along the way. The Ace of Earth. You are definitely entering into a new time of abundance in 2020, and January sees you start the year off with financial abundance and a real sense of inspired, renewed energy for new projects and new everything, basically. And what a great way to start the year. And we know this from the Ace of Wands as well, that new energy, new inspiration. So the Ace of Earth is also known as the Ace of Pentacles, and it sort of points to new business opportunities. So if you are starting a new business, this is going to be supported. If you are starting a new job, if you're starting new creative projects, you're going to get off to a good start and you're going to have some abundance coming from these new opportunities. So again, I get a sense of stepping up, stepping into new and abundance coming your way beyond the measure that you're expecting. So preparation and getting ready for this right now is certainly very key. But what an incredibly positive and exciting card to receive. So certainly all of the physical aspects of your life, your lifestyle, your projects, your business, your jobs, they're all stepping up and you're going to have success and abundance flowing from these things. So that's fantastic to look forward to that. And the Eight of Earth or Eight of Pentacles is letting us know that we're going to be rewarded for all of the work that we've put in so far. And all of you have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, work on your business, work on yourself, growing from your life lessons. And all of this is going to be rewarded for you in due course. And you've got a sense with this new beginnings and new energy and preparing for business opportunities, you're really aware that you need to tidy your finances and plan for your financial goals, for the financial growth of your business, your job. And so, now is the time to check in as to whether or not you need to increase your professional development. So some of you will be looking at some education, whether it be self-education or, structured course. There's this, for many of you, you're going to be upskilling yourself in some way. So that's fantastic, and that's going to support your journey in terms of your business and your financial abundance. So that's fantastic. It's well worth looking at doing that now and getting ready as we start the new year. And then we have the Queen of Water. So, we've talked a lot about business, jobs and what have you. The Queen of Water points, for those who it relates to, points to new relationships or, current relationships stepping up to a new level. There's, after some turbulence in recent times, and, for many of you experiencing tower moments at the end of 2019, meaning a falling away of either relationships or old ways of thinking and being, a lot of those really quite challenging and painful times have helped you to come to a place of inner reflection. What can I do better? How do I want to move forward? What is important to me? So those, pretty tough and challenging moments at the end of last year in terms of relationships, whatever that means for you in your life, has now brought you to the other side of that, where you are now very much in a space of having cleared a lot of the dead wood, and you're much wiser about who you are and what is important to you. And as a result of that, everybody's had time to reflect, reevaluate things, and either let go old relationships or come back to the current ones with a renewed sense of awareness, knowledge, emotional intelligence, growth, the attitude of wanting to step up and improve things. So we've got, relationships going to a new level based on a new foundation of trust. And as this happens, whether this message is relating to how you feel about yourself or whether it's pointing to a specific relationship in your life, Spirit is asking you to really be guided by your intuition. Trust in what you know to be true for you. Take care of yourself. Do whatever it takes to be loving towards yourself and to embrace yourself and others with a heart of love and a spirit of love going forward. You're feeling more open and more loving anyway. You've gone through the hard yards and you've cleared the pain, you've cleared the old ways, and you're now in this open, wise, more mature space, ready to embrace new opportunities, new love, new relationships, or improved relationships. So that's beautiful. You're very in tune with your emotions and what it is that you are wanting going forward. Lovely. All right, I would like to get a feel for what opportunities, what do we need to be aware of in January in terms of our spiritual growth and guidance around our spiritual journey. So we've had guidance around our career and business and, a little bit around the relationships in our life, what we come to expect, and pretty much about our own emotional growth. So Spirit, we ask you for some guidance around our spiritual growth and the path that we're on in January and heading into 2020. So thank you. Well, no surprises here. We have new beginnings. There is obviously a sense of, we know that we're entering this new cycle of new beginnings, but for some of you, this is actually going to take you away from what you have been doing and what you've known. Like, you're really stepping into brand new territory, brand new. You're going into a place that you've never been before in your life, and this is very powerful. This is not just new beginnings. It is very much, excuse me, I'll take a drink. It's definitely It feels like foreign territory, unknown territory. You're stepping into the unknown, but you're doing it with faith and hope and trust and a real sense of I can do this. So for some of you, you're definitely traveling overseas. You will be either moving overseas or living overseas or working overseas. You are going into something very, very new and very different. For others of you, it's feeling like a brand new way of living. So perhaps things in your home have changed, the dynamics in your home, or you're moving home, and so your home environment feels very new and very different, and you've decided to change things up and do things differently. Perhaps you've redecorated your home, perhaps there's new people living in your home. Your home environment is different, your routine, you've even decided to change your routine. For work and job opportunities, many of you are transferring. If you're transferring within your organisation, it's a totally new role. Or you may be choosing to go to a totally new job. So a lot of you are doing things for the first time, but it's a real sense of improvement, stepping up, taking the opportunity to create new and better things in your life. And you're ready for this. You've been preparing for this for quite some time. You've got all the tools that you need. You've got what it takes to go to the journey, to embrace this journey. And yes, you're ready for it. How exciting is that? So if you have some last minute preparation, as we've spoken about, you're either doing it or about to do it. And now's the time because everything's starting in January. The next card is pointing to the same thing. This all this sense of newness. We've got movement, choices and decisions in various areas of your life. So each of these doors are different aspects of your life. Not all of them pertain to everybody, but we've got, change and movement and choices and decisions to be made around jobs and finances and your business. We know that. For some of you, there's, choices to be made about the direction you want to take for starting new relationships, new beginnings in relationships, and looking at what's important to you in those relationships. Or relationship, I should say. So you're examining your options and making some very significant decisions around relationships. And part of that reflection is, well, I know that I have some choices here, and I need to work out what it is that I want, what is important to me going forward, so I can make the best possible decision. For others of you, there's an emphasis on your health, and you're examining what it is that you need to improve your health. What are some new ways that you can educate yourself around your health? What is it that you need in your environment to encourage you to live a more healthy lifestyle? That's very important to you. And for others, there is a sense of freedom. What do I need to feel free to express myself, be myself, and be open to new opportunities? What do I need to clear out of my life in order to grow and learn and be the better person that I want to be? What aspects of my life have held me back, and what do I need in order to feel free to be me, to be my authentic self? So all of those aspects are relevant for everybody, but one of them or two of them may jump out more for you than another one. Very much, about change, movement, choices and decisions. So if you're needing a little bit of guidance around how to make good decisions, please go to my website, Living with Spice, and look at the blog section, and you will see an article on how to make a good decision and how to approach the choices in our life. The next card is about accelerated motion. So it's a little bit like the Prince of Swords, where we've got a lot of fast-paced energy coming in, things rapidly progressing very, very quickly. Well, this card is about that sense of things stepping up and changing very rapidly in our spirituality. And what I mean by that is you've had a real how do I say this, rapid sense of inner wisdom and growth as a result of soul lessons. You've reached a vastly deeper understanding of yourself, the path that you've been on to date, where you're going. A lot of things have become clear to you now that were quite murky before, and you've got this incredible sense of clarity around your purpose and mission. And Spirit has been assisting you with this learning and this journey and this awakening. It's suddenly you feel quite self-empowered and knowledgeable and aware and a lot wiser than you were before. So this is really pointing to your spirituality having matured and grown, and you've awakened. And this is great. This is awesome for you. And you're seeing the bigger picture now and where you fit in it and your purpose for being here. So there's incredible clarity around this card for you, and it's going to be your guiding light for you this year. You know, your spirituality and your connectedness with Spirit and the universe and your higher self is very important part of your guidance this year. Like the High Priestess, listen to your intuition, listen to your higher self. You have spiritual guidance here to really help you on this path of new beginnings and very important journey that you're on, because you're entering a cycle that's really pertaining to your purpose here in your life and your soul purpose, the growth that you're here to learn certain lessons in this lifetime, and you're starting to get very clear on that, clear on your pathway and what you're here to do. So for some of you, it's coming to an end, or most of you, I would say. This suffering in silence that you've been in for quite some time, we're now being told that the mental suffering, that the mental torture that you've been going through is now coming to an end, that you're seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and that heavy energy that's been weighing in you, around you, through you, is now, you are letting it go, and it's becoming a thing of the past for you now, thank goodness. And you are experiencing this clarity in such a brilliant way, so that you have found that you've found your voice. You found that clarity, and you found that thing that you're now focused on, and your personal direction and purpose. You're very focused now. So everything that made you feel poorly, physically, mentally and emotionally, is now being left behind, and you are entering this most amazing period of abundance in your life. With all of these new beginnings, things are coming to fruition for you, and that does mean the finances as well, your lifestyle, your opportunities, things that you get to do are all going to happen because of this incredible focused energy, determination that you have within you, and Spirit guiding you along the way. And you've certainly got some strong mentors here that are going to be with you to support you on that journey. So what incredible confirmation that you are stepping into your power in January. Incredible positive strength, determination, things coming to fruition, manifesting things. Please take the time to reflect before you respond too quickly. Tap into your intuition. It's very important that you really approach your year and approach this month with a balanced, the logic versus the emotions. And when I say the emotions are indicators of what we need to pay attention to. They help us with our intuition and being open to all aspects of things. So remember to come at things from a balanced point of view. Seek guidance from those that can assist you, mentor. Speak your mind and be confident and clear about what it is that you want this year moving forward in all areas of your life. Business, relationships, finances, goals and projects. Do the study, do the preparation that you need, and take on board the communication that people send your way, because it is designed to help you, not hurt you. This is all about empowering you and assisting you with an incredible start to this next cycle in your life. So to finish off, I don't want the reading to go for too long, so I'm going to just pull some cards from the Romance Angels deck, which speaks to romantic relationships as well as relationships in general. We've got the first card, You Deserve Love. Wonderful. Two more cards, please. And one more card. Oh, there we go. So the first card we have here is You Deserve Love. You are lovable. So if at any point you had any doubt about yourself and the amazing person that you are, Spirit is saying, clear away all those doubts. This is your time. This is your moment. You are very much lovable and you deserve to have the best. So value yourself. Really love and appreciate who you are. You deserve love, and as you love yourself, you're going to attract the best circumstances for you, which also means that you need to be very clear about what's okay for you and what isn't okay. And, despite your love of others and love for yourself, it's really important that you have a voice and you say what is okay for you. Don't take anything that's baggage or toxic into your life into 2020. You honour yourself and know that you deserve the best. You're certainly going to be in the zone of wanting to explore romantic relationships. So we have the romantic feelings card. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So don't hesitate. Don't step away from the idea of romantic or loving relationships. Spirit is saying go for it. Explore how you feel. It's an important part of your growth and about learning what's going to be right for you. So, don't step away. If you've had any painful situations in 2019 or in recent times, don't let that deter you from exploring new relationships or improving current ones. Use this opportunity to explore how you feel and about yourself and how you feel with the other person. And again, there's emphasis on clear communication. So be clear about how you feel. Say, I feel like this. Don't make it about the other person, of course. Speak from your point of view of how you feel. And I think you're going to find that for many of you who are reconnecting with a past relationship, it's there for you. It's there waiting for you to explore the possibility of improved relations after all that you've gone through and the things that you've learned. Some of you are reconnecting with a past life relationship. There is a real sense that you've known this person before, and that's something to acknowledge, not to ignore. There are very, very strong feelings and emotions and attachments with this. So again, we must always come at it from a balanced perspective and ask the right questions. Is this good for me or not? So just because it's a past life relationship doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you. That's something that you have to ask yourself and reflect on, because those connections are strong. And so we have to really step back sometimes to examine what is good for us and what isn't. And of course, for some of you, or all of us, when it comes to relationships, we can get very single-minded about things and we want what we want when we want it. But the divine is saying to us there's a divine timing at work for all of us. It's not just about what we want. It's everything needs to be lined up to work for everybody. And so there is divine timing when it comes to manifesting those very important long-term relationships. And for that reason, it's important to wait. It's important not to rush into things, not to make rash judgments, that to step back and to sort of ask yourself, is there any reason why you need to rush into something? Take the time to examine what is important for you, what your values are, and then you will be rewarded at the right time with the right person in the right relationship. So again, it's about really understanding what is good for you, to explore your feelings around love, knowing that you deserve love. So it's not about shutting love out of your life. It's about examining what's important for you. And, even if we have connections with past life relationships or past relationships, sometimes those connections are incredibly strong and they can be hard to resist. But again, we're being offered the opportunity to ask ourselves, is that what I want? Is that good for me going forward? And then to recognise that there's special timing and it's worth waiting, doing the prep work, doing the inner work, and waiting for the right time and the right relationship. And I do believe that we're being told that this is going to happen for you. That special and romantic relationship is waiting in the wind there for you. It's just all about the timing. Have you finished off releasing past toxic energies? Have you done the inner work? Have you done the forgiveness that you need to do? Forgiveness of another person, forgiveness of yourself. Have you had compassion? Have you had the aha moments that you've needed to have before you step into this new relationship, or before you reconnect with your previous relationship, so that it can be improved on a much better, stronger foundation? So it's going to be different for all of you, a different scenario, but certainly we're being guided to remind us that things are stepping up to a new level. So this is positive, it's beautiful, something to look forward to. But of course, it's the timing of it is different for everybody, and it does depend on the inner work that we've been doing, and the work of both parties, yourself and the other person. So all in all, the reading has a very positive tone with lots of new things happening, beautiful guidance around how to go about doing it, the importance of making good decisions and taking the time to do that, not to rush, to use our intuition and to have that inner conversation with ourselves, but also to be wise enough to go to trusted people who can give us, the right advice, the support, the business support, the relationship support, the advice that we're looking for from people that we trust and know can give us good advice. I'm just feeling like this isn't quite over yet in terms of messages for the reading. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Enchanted Map deck, which will just give us a little bit of guidance around next steps and direction. So we thank you, Spirit. I've just got a sense that we just have a few more pieces of advice. Wow, we're getting everything on the board today. Relationships, business, health, finance, spiritual growth, new wisdom and understanding. Wow, you guys are really stepping up. Oh my gosh, I've got cards coming out everywhere here. I'm not sure if I should take them all, but anyway, let's see. Okay. Education. All right, so we know that is being encouraged to, as you're preparing for the year and you're doing your prep work, your time with yourself, there's education is highlighted here. So that education may be the self-learning and the aha moments that come to you in this period of time, just before we step into the fast-paced energy of January and the new year. Many of you have got a little bit of time at the minute just to have some quiet time to reflect, to read, to think about your goals for the year and your directions. So a part of what comes out of this period of time is you having some awareness around where you're going. So that in itself is self-education. It's learning, self-learning, self-awarenesses, preparation time. And it's about asking yourself, what do you want to birth going into this new year? What do you want to actually create and build? Like, write it down if you can. Be clear about it so that you know the direction that you're taking. So in this quiet period of time, on your own, in the stillness, that's where you're going to have ideas come to you. So that's important for you to do that. Spend some time on your own with a journal and just write down and make a list of things, and just spend some, even if you're not writing straight up, just sit for a while and let it come to you. Okay, so we do have this, 2020 energy going into 2020, this sense of flying and, really gathering momentum, and there's a lot of creative energy around this, and a real sense of new beginnings, new projects, and new things that are just making you feel quite excited, to be honest. It's a very playful energy, excitement of the unknown, just getting ready to fly and to soar and to be yourself, and feeling really excited. And with the message of abundance coming into your life, I feel that's going to energize you in a way where these new projects are just going to take off, and you're going to launch into an area of your life that you haven't done before, and see a lot of growth, and things just, it's quite magical. So you've got a real magical ability to make things happen in this first part of the year, and you're getting clarity. You're stepping out of that maze that you've been in. It felt like you've been going round and round, and you're just leaping out of that with ease. There's no effort here, and wowee, off you go. That's fabulous. With all of this fast-paced stuff going on, Spirit's saying, go with the flow. This is saying, ride the wave. These dolphins represent our emotions, our feelings, our inspiration, our intuition, feeling on point, feeling really in tune with our direction and our energy. So, there's a lot of energy behind on this wave here that's propelling these dolphins forward. You're going to feel like that as you step into the first part of the year. So go with it. Don't resist it. This is aimed to propel you in a positive way, to lift you up, lift you out, and give you a really big head start in a way that you're not realising. And I really got a sense of that with the King and Queen of Wands, that these people are going to be doing the same thing. They're your allies, your advocates, whether it be yourself and someone else, or people who step in. They are there to propel you. This is top of the deck stuff. These are people at the top who are going to step in and give you this opportunity that you're not expecting. You go, who, me? I get to do this? Well, yes, you do, because they're there to support you. And you may not feel like you deserve it, but you 100% do. You 100% deserve all of the goodness that's coming your way. So embrace it. Ride the wave and go with it, because good times are here for you. Wow. So you've got also follow the leader here, which I'm getting the sense that you're the leader here, and you are paving the way and other people are following you. And this is great. So people from all over are coming into alignment to be there to support you, to follow you. You've got this magnetic energy that all eyes are on you. So if you're running a business, you're going to suddenly find you've got a lot of clients and new customers coming towards you, attracted to you. Whatever it is that you're doing, and your tribe, that tribe is growing and they're following you. And what a delight. You've got something important to share, and they want a part of that journey. So step into that with responsibility and passion and enthusiasm, because you are the leader here. You are paving the way, and Spirit is giving you everything that you need. You've got this direct connection to the sun. It's definitely happening for you, no doubt about it. So these people want a piece of it. They're there to follow you on the journey. They want to learn with you. They're your tribe. I'm just blown away by this reading. Unbelievable. One Ring Circus, you're like the magician. You found your inner strength. You are towering above everybody else. You've got the goods. You've got it. You know it. You are ready. You've done the work. You just stepping well and truly up and out of everything that felt like was holding you back. You're top of the mountain here. You have the skills, the resources. You've got the strength. You've got the wisdom. You've got the experience. And you are going for it. So you are seeing things manifest, and you feel at times quite self-contained. But let's just take a balanced approach to the message. Don't get too cocky, because you'll find yourself isolated. So, again, take a balanced approach to this fast-paced energy and growth. Whilst it's great to feel king of the mountain, don't isolate yourself. Call upon your team, get the guidance. Don't feel that you don't say to yourself you know it all, because you don't. But of course, use what you've got, and do it with confidence, in a humble way. And the last card that fell out was where you've been. So you're now feeling, it's called dry desert. You're now feeling a lot more stable and solid in where you're headed, whereas in the past you didn't. You've got stability and you've got strength. In the past you felt like you were lost wandering around in the desert, but that has finished. It's like the energy that we have here, where you were suffering in silence for such a long time, but now you're so clearly focused. Can you see how these two people they're not focused on what has felt like the desert. They are clearly focused on their target of where they're going, clearly. And so you are definitely done with where you've been, and you are moving strongly towards your goal. So well done, you. And this is the key for moving forward into January. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Keep your eye on the target. Be determined. You've got a lot of support behind you and a lot of good things coming, and that's what Spirit wants you to do. No more dwelling or going back or revisiting the past. Keep your eyes moving forward. Both of them are looking forward, not back. That's the message here. Well, I think I'm going to leave it at that. That's a fabulous way to finish this reading. So incredibly positive, my friends. I'm very excited for you. And even though it's a general reading, it feels so true for everyone that I've been speaking with. I'm very excited for all of you. Make the most of it. Do your prep work. Stay balanced. Stay true to you. Very excited. So if you would like to have a personal reading, please do contact me. My details will be in the description box below, or you can email me, rebecca@livingwithspice.com. Please like the video, share it, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Tell me how you're going as you step into January. I'm very, very interested to know. Lots of love to you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.